In today's video, we're going to look at how many patients had a diagnosis of acute myocardial infarction while they were in the emergency department. So in group 1, you'll see that I already pulled over acute myocardial infarction, which has an ICD-9 code of 410. Again, I've mentioned this in some other videos, you could also pull in the ICD-10 code for acute myocardial infarction to make sure that you get all of your patients. I'm going to leave it just at the ICD-9 codes though. I'm going to scroll down over here on the left-hand side under Navigate Terms and open up the folder called Visit Details. So the emergency department is found in many folders, and in order to not miss any patients, it's best to pull them all over. So under Clinical Services Departments, you can find Outpatient Visits. And I'm going to scroll down, and I find Emergency Medicine. I'm going to go ahead and pull that into Group 2. Now, as you remember from watching other videos, within a group, the terms have a logical condition of or. So if I add another term, so I'm going to go into clinical services, and again, outpatient visits, and I'm going to find emergency. So now that I'm going to put this also into group 2, this will be OR'd. So it will be either they've had this emergency medicine in the clinical service departments, or the clinical service outpatient visit is emergency, and then they've also had an acute myocardial infarction. I'm going to go ahead and pull over one more emergency room. It's under encounter type, draft, and there's the emergency department. So you can open up that folder and you'll see within the emergency department, it has emergency episode and emergency. I'm going to pull that over. So now, I want only patients who have had this diagnosis of acute myocardial infarction while they were in the emergency department. So in order to do that, instead of treat independently, I'm going to switch this to be selected groups occur in the same financial encounter. I'm going to run this query, hit OK. And so what this is going to do is it's going to say that the patients have had an acute myocardial infarction coded while in the emergency department. This is 3,125. If I just run all patients who have had an acute myocardial infarction, that number is going to be much higher because it might have been coded while they were in the hospital or while they were in an outpatient visit. So it is much higher, 13,117. So I just wanted to give you an overview of where to find the emergency department because there are many different folders that you'll need to pull over. This also touched on same financial encounter, and if you have more questions about that, you can watch our video that exclusively talks about how to search with the same financial encounter. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.